Why do you have my son's photograph? I asked. The boy looked at the baby in his arms. Then he looked at my door. My mother said you would not believe me without it. I could not speak. My son, Ben, died 1 year earlier. I thought he left no family behind, but this strange boy carried a picture that I never saw before. To understand that moment, I must return to the start of that cold night. My name was Anna. I was 42 years old. After Ben died, I stopped speaking to most people. I lived alone and kept my door closed. That evening, I found a young boy outside my building. He held a baby under his thin coat. I tried to walk past him. Then he quietly said my name. I stopped and turned around. "How do you know my name?" I asked. The boy stood slowly. He looked about 8 years old. His hands were red from the cold. "Are you Anna Wilson?" he asked. I did not answer at once. The baby made a weak sound. He pulled his coat closer around her. "Who are you?" I asked. "My name is Leo. This is my sister Mia." I asked where their mother was. "She became sick," he said. "She went to the hospital." I told him I could call someone for help. Leo quickly shook his head. "No, Mom told me to find you." His answer made no sense. I never saw him before. "Why did she choose me?" I asked. Leo reached inside his coat. Then he took out an old photograph. I took the photograph with shaking hands. Ben stood beside a young woman. A small boy sat on his shoulders. The boy was Leo. Ben looked happy. I never saw that smile during his final years. "Where did you get this?" I asked. "My mother kept it," Leo answered. I looked at the picture again. I asked. Leo nodded. "She said Ben loved you." I almost laughed. Ben stopped calling me before he died. "Your mother was wrong," I said. Leo looked confused. Then he took a folded envelope from his pocket. My name appeared on the front. "Mom said this letter explains why he stopped calling you." I reached for the letter, but Leo pulled it back. "Not here," he said. "Mia is too cold." I wanted the truth, but I feared it too. I opened the building door and let them inside. In my flat, I gave Leo a blanket. He still refused to put Mia down. "She is my sister. I promised to protect her," he said. I warmed some milk and called the hospital. A nurse said their mother was safe, but she needed to stay overnight. Leo watched my face during the call. "Will you send us away now?" he asked. "I do not know you," I answered. He looked at Ben's photograph. "Ben knew us," he said. Then he gave me the envelope. Before I opened it, Leo said, "There is something about me inside." The letter came from Leo's mother, Sarah. She wrote in simple words. She met Ben 9 years earlier. They loved each other, but Ben feared my anger. I never accepted his decision to leave our family business. During our last fight, I told him not to return. I expected him to call after a few days. He never did. Sarah wrote that Ben wanted to contact me many times. Each time, he remembered my final words. Then I reached a line that made me stop. "Anna, Leo is Ben's son." I looked at the boy beside the heater. His eyes looked like Ben's eyes. His quiet voice also sounded like Ben's voice. Leo watched me carefully. "Does the letter say who I am?" he asked. I nodded. Then he asked the question I feared most. "Does that mean you are my grandmother?" I could not answer him. The word grandmother felt too large. Leo lowered his eyes. "Mom said you might not want me," he said. I asked why Sarah waited so long. Leo pointed to the final page. Sarah explained that Ben asked her to protect Leo from our family fight. After Ben died, she tried to write many times. She feared I would blame her. That night, she became very ill. She had no close family nearby. She finally told Leo my address and gave him the letter. I understood why he came, but one question remained. "Why did you sit outside?" I asked. "Why did you not ring the bell?" Leo looked at Mia. "I did ring," he said. "You saw us through the window, but you turned off the light." I remembered the sound. Someone rang my bell before I left for work. I looked through the window and saw 2 unknown children. As usual, I chose not to open my door. Leo waited for hours because his mother told him I was family. Still, I ignored him. "You should not trust me," I said. "I left you outside." Leo stood and covered Mia with the blanket. "Then we will go," he said. "Mum may be wrong about you." He walked toward the door. I wanted to let him leave. If he stayed, I needed to face Ben's death again. I also needed to face my own mistake. Leo opened the door and cold air entered the room. I saw Ben's photograph in his small hand. Then I understood that fear already took 1 year from us. I could not give it another day. "Leo, wait," I said. He turned but said nothing. I walked toward him and closed the door. "Your mother was not wrong," I said. "I was wrong." I told him I was afraid of loving someone again. Leo looked at Mia, then back at me. "We are afraid too," he said. I held out my arms. After a long moment, he placed Mia in them. Then he stepped closer and let me hold him. When Sarah left the hospital, I visited them every day. I learned about the years I missed. I also told Leo stories about Ben as a child. Leo did not replace my son. He brought a lost part of Ben back into my life. That cold night, I believed 2 children came to find safety. Later, I understood the truth. They also came to bring me home.